Alright guys, what's going on? Levi Trumbull reporting here, and today we're going to do something called an audit or a fraudit. Ultimately, that decision is up to you, but I'm going to tell you what we're about to see in this video right here. So this video comes out of Miami, Florida, and the individual in this video describes himself as a journalist. He's about to walk into what is a United States post office and film the interior of the building and do what he believes is a story on the contents of the interior of this post office, because he believes that the post office is being improperly maintained. It is dirty, it is filthy, there is trash everywhere, and that is his aim and object for being there. And when he gets in there, a little bit of controversy, a little bit of back and forth between not just the private citizens attending, but the employees of the United States Post Office as well. Whether or not you can film in a post office seems to be a little bit of a gray area. And a lot of people, a lot of auditors, I should say, a lot of them, they skip on places like the post office, and they have their reasons for that. But ultimately, you guys can be the decision makers on what you guys see as it relates to this video. And with that, let's just dive right in and hit the play button and take it from the top.
Welcome to the video, guys. We are at the Buena Vista Finance Unit, the U.S. Postal Office. We are here to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right. Let's hope that our right doesn't get violated today, but let's see.
Okay, so right off of the top, seems to be peaceful. Says he's going in here to do a audit on the place. Let's fast forward a little bit and let's take you to the point where he is actually inside the building. So here we go.
Let's see. When you walk, wow, this is a dirty postal office. What the heck? This is why we do what we do. This postal office is filthy. Wow. We pay tax. We pay tax.
Okay, so right off the bat, as you can see, first of all, that bin says, please recycle paper only. You got like plastic cups and everything else inside that situation. It looks like a tin can inside there as well. So right off the bat, like right from the get-go, I don't initially have a problem with this. Let's see where it goes.
You mean to tell me they can't hire somebody to clean? Are you kidding? This postal office is filthy. Unbelievable. All the tax money that we pay, look. How is this possible?
Okay, so far, sticking to the point, he's come in here. Obviously, do I think that that's dirty? Yes, I definitely think that's dirty, and I think that is, so far, so good on the audit.
This is the building that our tax money goes to, and it's dirty. This building is filthy. What the heck? Look at this nonsense. Not even organized. It's a public building, my friend.
Okay, so as you can hear, somebody says you can't be recording. We'll get to that in just one moment. So at this point in time, he's trying to say, oh, the papers are unorganized. That, to me, not a very big deal. So far, what I'm seeing that would concern me, that gives rise to this person being in here taking this video, so far I got no problem with it, because you got a lot of, looks like food items just laid around in this facility. That attracts bugs, rats, rodents, whatever, vermin. You don't want to have that. You know, that definitely, to me at least, that is concerning. You don't want to walk into any place funded by tax dollars and see trash everywhere like that. That's not healthy. You don't want that. And that's not good. And it's a cause for concern. No question. I got no problem with that so far. Let's see where it goes.
We pay tax. This is to hold you guys accountable. I've gotten a lot of emails saying how dirty this postal office is, and it's true. Thousands of people are gonna see this. This is unbelievable. I'm gonna get it clean. Best believe that. Come on now, this is
So, okay, yeah, he says he's best believe I'm going to get this place cleaned. One of the things that I've seen out there about this video is people will say, like, oh, why not instead of film it, you clean it up for yourself? Well, number one, I'm sure there's somebody there at that place who has the assignment of taking that trash out and making sure that place isn't in that kind of condition. Number one. Okay, and number two, I mean, I hear what you're saying on the whole, well, go clean it up yourself. But initially, going inside and filming it, at least to me, what's the problem with that? What's the problem with going in there and capturing some videotape of the situation prior to whatever your next action is going to be? You know, it's like the show Hoarders. You guys ever seen that show? They walk in there, they film the place, they do what they're going to do, and then they clean it up, right? They document first, they take action secondary. So what he's doing is he's documenting first. What he's going to do with that footage or what he's going to do afterwards is unclear. I don't know if he ever specifies, but there's nothing wrong with initially on a scene like this doing an initial documentation, which is what it seems like he's attempting to do. And I don't have a problem with that. So far, this is reasonable, at least up until now, reasonable auditing to me.
unacceptable, man. Unacceptable. Look at this. Or tax me.
I'm not a public person. You can stop filming me too.
You're in public, my friend.
But I don't need you to film
If you
me.
don't interact with me, you won't be in the video. Okay?
That's fair. You know what? I hate to say it, but that's fair. Like, so far, it doesn't seem like he's gone out of his way to film anyone in the public, because the person who's making those statements right there is the guy behind the counter, right? The United States Post Office employee, right? He's the one who chimed in and interjected himself into this situation. Here's where this whole thing gets tricky, especially when you're dealing with the post office. When you're dealing with the post office, while that might be federally funded or state funded or whatever, wherever the tax money is coming from, regardless of that, and regardless of anything else, that is a place where private citizens come in to do their business, right? And yes, you can film, private people, even in the context of a public environment. They have no reasonable expectation of privacy when you're in public. So I understand that. I very much do understand that. But where, to me, the line of frauditing comes in is when you're unnecessarily filming someone in wherever it might be for no legitimate purpose, right? So if you're in a post office and there's no legitimate purpose to be filming private citizens in a public place, well, yeah, but it doesn't seem like, to me, as of yet, that is actually what's taking place here. But we'll see where it goes.
But people have to see this. Come on now. Now he's calling the officers.
Yeah, so there's this guy in the post office filming all of us. We didn't get permission for this.
So from right there, I don't really know who he's calling, but at this point, you can hear it right there. One of the customers in line, then they start to interject.
And he's just kind of going around harassing everybody.
It's your right. It's your right. You can record.
Not to be filmed, so you can hang it up, buddy, and get away.
You're interacting with me, so I have to record you now.
Who are you?
I'm a journalist.
You're a journalist, so who cares if there's garbage in the place, dude?
Dude just said, who cares if there's garbage in the place? Well, you're allowed to care about that, as a matter of fact, at least to me.
Okay with that?
In the city, how do they deal with the homeless and their taxes?
You're okay with that?
I don't care.
Okay, like he just says, he doesn't care. Well, some people do care. It's whether you care or not. Personally, I get it. I get that somebody would care about that. I mean, who would? I guarantee you, whoever is out here watching this video right now, if you walked into your local post office, there wouldn't be trash laying around everywhere like that. So, yeah.
I knew that you postage. Why do you give a shit about garbage?
No needs to worry, my friend. It's your right to record. You know what I mean? It's fine. This is unbelievable. Now he's calling the officers. Let's wait for the officers to get here.
All right, and then we'll pause here for a moment. I don't believe the officers actually ever even come. He goes one more time, takes a swoop around, looks at the trash.
Hey, how are you? Graffiti all in the windows.
Yeah, another very good point. He's got graffiti all over the windows.
The paint.
All right, and we'll fast forward just a little bit, see what else we got in here. One more little swoop.
Everything that they have here. This is basically how these are the process goes. Take care, buddy. You famous today.
All right, so there we have it. It doesn't seem like after that, it seems like he got into a little bit of an altercation. Not really an altercation, a little bit of a verbal dialogue with the guy who was at the beginning here, the gentleman who was working behind the counter. And then he also got into a little bit of a spat with this guy right here in the purple Nike shirt. But other than that, I mean, it was seemingly cordial. Now, do I think this is a frauditing situation? No, not at all. And I tell you why, as you can probably, if you've already are hip to by now. Number one, he had a legitimate purpose to be there. He was doing a story on a filthy United States post office center. He gets an email or somebody gives him a tip or somebody says, hey, you have some sort of platform and here's our concerns. And the guy goes in and he investigates and he finds out that this is a legitimate situation. As you can see, yes, there was trash everywhere. Whether you think that that's okay or whether you think that's not okay is up to you. That's your discretion. But nonetheless, it is reasonable for him to have been in there taking footage and, doing a quick sweep of the whole place to see if everything was okay. He didn't confront anyone. He didn't get in anyone's face. People he spoke with spoke to him first. And you got this guy right here. What does he do in response to being filmed? He pulls out his camera and does the same thing. So is this guy in the purple shirt frauditing? Of course he's not. So all in all, I think this gets a pass. At least it does for me. But let me know what you guys think in the comments or whatever. Let me know what you think of the whole situation. I think that is not a problem at all when you have a filthy government place, something that is funded by the taxpayers. If it's not being kept in a cleanly fashion, being concerned about that is reasonable, at least to me. And I don't see anything the guy did wrong or anything that would rise to frauditing, to say the least. So with that, guys, that's my take on the situation. This is a video, like I said, out of Miami, Florida. And with that, Levi Trumbull reporting, and we'll catch you guys soon.